Raman effect is very simple. So if suppose this is light and you have a molecule. Suppose if there is 2000 angstrom of light absorbed by the molecule, the releasing is also the same 2000 angstrom. This is called as Rayleigh scattering. It is called as Rayleigh scattering. Okay. For example, you have a molecule. This is molecule. And here is light of wavelength 2000 angstrom. Right? And after absorbing, you will be this will be scattered light. 2000 angstrom is received, and additional to that, you have one more light. This may have wavelength greater than that of the scattered light. This is called as Raman effect. Okay. If it is Rayleigh scattering, same wavelength is absorbed, same wavelength is released in the scattering. If it is Raman effect, wavelength is absorbed. After absorption of wavelength, the scattering will be of two different wavelengths. One wavelength greater than that of the incident light. This effect is called as Raman effect. Using Raman effect, we can identify the shapes of the molecules, and we can even determine shape and size and molecular properties of the gases and as well as liquids using Raman effect. Figure concerned with Raman effect is this, where you have molecule. This is absorbed. I'm sorry. One is, this is a molecule, blue light, green light absorbed by the molecule, and additional to that green light, red light is also being released, which is called as Raman scattering. And this is last topic of human eye and colorful world. And coming to this, we will be just recapitulating what we have discussed in the previous video lectures. We will just have brief discussion. Okay. So first one is that we have learned in the beginning, like least distance of distinct vision, it is 25 centimeter, and angle of vision is 60 degrees. And the ability of eye lens to change its focal length is called as power of accommodation. And the defect which people cannot see objects beyond far point, it is called as myopia. And the other defect is hypermetropia. Myopia is short sight and hypermetropia is longer sight. And presbyopia is another kind of defect occurred due to power of accommodation of the eye. And reciprocal of focal length is called as power of the lens. And then we have derived relation for refractive index of the prism. Mu is equal to sine of a plus dm by 2 divided by sine of a by 2, where a is angle of prism and d is called angle of minimum deviation. And the splitting of white light into colors, different its constituent wavelengths, it is called as dispersion. And next, the process of re-emission of absorbed light in all directions with different intensities by atoms, it is called as scattering. So these are the topics which are being covered in human eye and colorful world. Students, in this particular video session, we are solving problems and few questions based on human eye and colorful world. As a part of that, here we have one question which is displayed on the screen. You need to read it and try to answer it by yourself before I answer. So it is mentioned in the problem, incident ray on the face AB of a prism and emergent ray on the face AC are given in the figure. In figure, it is mentioned incident ray and emergent ray. Those two rays are being given to you. And BC is mirror. See, it is mirror given. BC is mirror. Now you need to complete the ray diagram. So in order to complete the ray diagram, what I do, simply, as we know, whenever light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, instead of traveling in the straight line path, it will be bent, right? So from this position, it bends slightly, it deviates from its actual position. And remember, it bent towards the normal because it bent towards the normal because it is entering from rarer medium to denser medium, right? So it is entering from rarer medium to denser medium. That is the reason why it is bending. Okay. Next, this is the refracted ray. Now from this point, from this refracted ray, as you have mirror, and as we know, when we are dealing with mirror, mirror will be reflecting the light rays, right? So mirror reflect the light rays. Now from here, this is one light ray, and this is another light ray. This is normal, and for mirror, angle of incidence is I, angle of reflection is R. Okay, this is incident ray and this is reflected ray because it is mirror on the face BC. Now light rays travel in this direction, and from here it will be coming out, and it is emergent ray. This is angle of incidence I, and this is angle of reflection R. And clearly, when light is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, it should bend away from the normal. So at this point, R is greater than I. And at this point, you can consider that I is greater than R. Okay. This is how you can complete the ray diagram where incident light ray comes out from the prism, which is as shown in the figure. And next we have few more questions, out of which the second question is, how do you appreciate role of molecules in atmosphere for blue color of the sky? So blue color of the sky, it is due to scattering of light. Scattering of white light, right? So when molecules absorb light energy, it will absorb and as well as re-emit the same blue light in all possible directions. That is the reason why sky appears as blue for us. So that is how you can appreciate role of the molecules in the presence of blue color of the sky. That is number 2. And next, coming to question 3, how do you appreciate working of ciliary muscles in the eye? Remember that ciliary muscles are used in power of accommodation. Power of accommodation. And ciliary muscles change the focal length of light. Sorry, change focal length of eye lens. It changes the focal length of the eye lens, and maximum it will be varied from 2.27 to 2.5 centimeter. This is the range where ciliary muscles changes the focal length of the eye lens. It will be in between 2.27 to 2.5. So changing of the focal length of the eye lens is possible only with the ciliary muscles. That is how you can appreciate working of the ciliary muscles in the eye. That is question number 3. Next, coming to question number 4. Glass is known to be transparent material, but ground glass is opaque and white in color. Why? So transparent material will be as transparent in the sense, say for example, you have a glass here and it is transparent. Transparent material. So in case of transparent material, what happens is light, when it come over, when this is normal, light will be incidented over here. It pass through this glass slab and from here it come out. Okay. This is in case of transparent glass slab. As it is transparent, there is no scattering of light inside and there is no interaction of the light with the molecules present over here. But in case of grounded glass is not completely plain. It has some, grounded glass has some disturbances, right? So there are few disturbances here. This is grounded glass. This is grounded glass. And in case of grounded glass, even though it is glass, but as it is grounded, it is not completely transparent. This is not transparent. It is not transparent. Okay, it is not transparent because of the grounding of this glass, it completely appears white. So you are making rough. This glass surface is being made rough, and when light enter into this medium, it does not come out and it undergo multiple reflections within it. So therefore it appears white for you. Therefore grounded glass is an opaque, whereas transparent glass will be allowing light rays to pass through. Coming to the next question. A light ray falls on one of the faces of the prism, and the angle faces of the prism at an angle 40 degrees, so that it suffer angle of minimum deviation 30 degrees. Find the angle of prism and angle of refraction at the given surface. You are supposed to find out angle of prism and angle of refraction at the given surface. Now what is given to you in this problem? Light ray is falling on the faces of the prism at an angle 60 degrees. Angle of incidence is equal to 40 degrees, so that it suffer angle of minimum deviation delta is equal to 30 degrees. Now you are supposed to find out angle of prism. A is equal to how much, and also find angle of refraction at the given surface. You are supposed to find out angle of refraction. Okay. Now we will be using the basic formulas which we have derived. We know refractive index mu is equal to sine of A plus delta m divided by 2 by sine of A by 2. Okay. For small angles, sine can be cancelled. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. From here you can write mu is equal to 1 plus delta m divided by 2. Is it not? Sorry, A. So delta m divided by A. It is mu minus 1 is equal to delta m divided by A. I want to find out A. A is equal to delta m divided by mu minus 1. This is formula which we have already derived. Delta m is known to you. You want to find out this A. A is equal to delta m, it is 30 degrees, divided by glass prism. For glass, refractive index mu is equal to 1.5. 1.5 minus 1, it is 0.5. This is equal to 30 degrees into 0.5 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 goes to numerator 2. So this A is equal to 60 degrees. Angle of prism is 60 degrees. Okay. As angle of prism is 60 degrees, for angle of minimum deviation, we have I is equal to E and A is equal to R1 plus R2, which is equal to 2R. This equation we have already derived in the prism concept. From here, you want to find out R. R is equal to A divided by 2. A is equal to 60 divided by 2. This gives you 30 degrees. So angle of refraction is 30 degrees. Angle of prism is 60 degrees. Students, in this particular problem, for us it is mentioned I, delta, and you are supposed to find out A and R. Using this refractive index formula, we have solved it. We have got A is equal to 60 degrees. And in order to get 60 degrees, you have took one approximation over here. What is that approximation? Mu is equal to 1.5. But it is not mentioned in the problem. So generally, by default, prism has refractive index 1.5. That is the reason why I take 1.5 as refractive index of the prism, and substituting here, I got A is equal to 60. But other than this, we have one more relation. We have one more relation for angle of minimum deviation. It is delta is equal to 2I minus A. This is what we have already derived in the prism equation. Angle of minimum deviation delta is equal to 2I by A. This equation we have got it in the derivation. For derivation, you can watch the previous videos. Now delta is given to you 30 degrees is equal to 2 times I, angle of incidence is 40 minus A. It is 30 or else A is equal to 2 4 CIT minus 30. This is equal to 50. So angle of prism is equal to 50 degrees. So without any approximation of refractive index, directly you are getting angle of incidence as 50 degrees. So this one is suitable for solving the problem. Rather than refractive index of the prism formula, you just take this relation and find out the A. And as we know, 2R is equal to A, R will be equal to A by 2. This gives you 25 degrees. The angle of refraction will be equal to 25 degrees. This is the formula which you can use for above problem.